Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good people, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. Another day, SR Daily, episode 486. Episode 486 here on SR Daily. 14 episodes away from our next milestone episode 500. And I'm so behind. I got shit to do. But man, it's been it's been a time, guys. It's been a time, right? You guys know I'm always honest and I'm always in all of the stuff, right? I don't deny any part of myself. I don't front. I don't lie. I don't say that something is not happening. I'm fucked up right now, man. Fucked up right now emotionally. Last night was extremely tough. This morning has been extremely tough. But I'm here. I'm still here. I didn't do anything drastic or detrimental, all right, to cause myself to go backwards. I didn't communicate in any emotional way or at all, right? But I'm very upset, man. I don't like when people use children as pawns. I do not like when people manipulate children in a certain way to create a certain idea of them. Yeah, a lot of things I don't like. Some shit I can't do nothing about. Right? So I remember that. I remember that there's some things that I cannot do anything about. We're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna talk about the serenity prayer. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, man. Not in detail, of course, but we're just gonna talk about how I was able to get through and how we can get through without going backwards, right? Because the goal is always progress, even if we take a step backwards, as I mentioned yesterday. All right, committed to a 30-day, committed to a 6-month fruit nut seed thing, and have cheated on that. Have eaten plantain sticks, plantain chips, and sesame sticks, and shit like that. But progress. Did not smoke weed. Did not take shrooms. Right. Have not communicated. Right. Before somebody would say something. Right. And I would be communicating, letting everything that I feel out, right? And I don't do that anymore. And so I'm proud of myself for that, right? Recognizing your small steps as progress. We're going to talk about all that. One Eye Shut, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love, big bro. Appreciate you. Champ 1711, what's going on, Uncle? Peace and love, appreciate you. Eva Bill, what's going on? Listen up, you got to be there November 18th, Queensbridge, 9 a.m. for the show live. You really got to, I would love to have you there. I would love to have you live at the 500th episode in Queensbridge. One Eye Shut. I know that if you can make it, I would love you there as well. I know that may be tough for you, but 500th episode. Sexy NYC Diva, what's going on, sister? Peace and love. Eddie Kruger, what's going on, my brother? Sefu Sankofa, let's get through everything together, man. I appreciate that, man. I will say this. I will say that sometimes it's extremely difficult for me to communicate with people because I feel that this is the feeling, right? And it doesn't. I feel like so treat people how you want to be treated, right? If a brother of mine's posts something, if I see him post something social media that is alarming or that is challenging, right? Or he's going through something, he's having a tough time with something, I'm going to call him. I'm not going to just comment on social media. I'm going to call him. Or if a sister expresses via social media that she's having a tough time with something, I'm going to call her. I'm not going to comment on her post. And so a lot of times, I don't reach out to people because, like, number one, I know that this shit I gotta go through myself. Number two, I don't want to hear no bullshit, right? I don't want to hear no bullshit. Sometimes I just want to express, and I know that I can also communicate that with folks. Hey, listen, right now, I just want to get some shit off my chest. I don't need your advice. I don't need your guidance. I just want to express what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, what my thought process is, right? I understand also that a lot of people can't handle that shit, all right? They have to say something. And so sometimes I don't want, like, you don't got to say shit. So I don't communicate, right? I deal with the shit, right? If you're around me, you'll deal with it, right? Fiance, right? We'll talk about it. We'll get through it. But also, I don't reach out because, like, you see, if again, like, And I understand that we're all different, and so I try not to expect me and others. I try not to put an expectation on how people should deal with me, but I sometimes do put an expectation. Like, if you are my brother, if I'm your brother, right, you could be my sister. If I'm your brother and you love me, right, call me. You see me going through some shit last week. My man Blue Cheese called me. Yo, brother, yo, Blue Cheese, what's going on? Yo, man, I just saw you post some shit. I just want to call you, let you know you're not alone. Let you know that I'm here with you. I'm here for you. What's going on, champ? Talk about it. I was able to communicate, express some shit. He had, right, a rebuttal, right? Not in a bad way, but yo, man, I'm like, yo, it's not like that. It's like this. Hear me. And he heard me. And he understood, right? And so sometimes that's all we need. So sometimes if if I'm dealing with some shit and it seems like I'm dealing with it alone, it's because I'm not going to call you unless I think that, like, you're someone who I can express myself with, right? Like, openly, honestly. And so yeah, call me. If you care, right? Like, understand that this shit is heavy. This shit is extremely heavy. And you guys know exactly what I'm dealing with, right? I ain't talking about nothing else. I ain't talking about nothing financial. I ain't talking about nothing in the neighborhood. I'm talking about very specific situations. Shit is fucking brutal. And yeah. But we're gonna move on to the show. Yo, Javon Lomax, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love. Keep dropping. Oh man, peace and love, brother. I appreciate you being here. Here, Chris Speak. What's going on? What's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Listen, let's move right along to the first segment. Get this show started. We're gonna start with our first segment of the day. Before we get started, once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. Wednesday, October 29th, 2025. Just 2 days left in the month. 2 days to November. November is going to be a complete reset, a mental reset, a physical reset. I'm going to be more disciplined than I've ever been in November. Right, along with Kimona, following the guidance of his brother Orville Douglas, a 61-year-old fruitarian. We're doing 30 days of high watery fruits only. No avocados, no coconut, no freaking boxed, bottled, or canned coconut water, no alkaline water, just distilled water. And high watery fruits, cherries, grapes, berries, pineapples, mangoes, papayas, shit like that. All right, 30 days. I'm excited. I know I can do it. All right, and it's just what I need. I need some realignment. I need something drastic, right? So I need something drastic to just help shift my mindset. I got some big things happening. We got a meeting with Nike on Friday with the senior marketing director from Foot Locker and Nike. Friday, right? That's big. I got a big proposal for them. All right. Really want to help elevate that brand. Right. Really want to take that brand in a different direction. That brand for a long time has been a leader, global leader in sports and performance, and I want them to be a global leader in purpose and humanity. Right. Invest in humans. Right. Invest in humans. Invest in people's purpose. Invest in people healing. I got a new slogan. Right. We're gonna pitch to them. Right. So yeah, man, we're gonna see what happens. Right. Big shit is happening. All right, got to make some communication with some other people that can help shift some things for us. But yeah, let's get to the show, guys. Today's first segment is our word of the day. Today's word of the day is responsibility. Responsibility is defined as the state or fact of having a duty to deal with something or of having control over someone. The state of being accountable for something or having a duty to take care of it. It's about owning your actions and the consequences that come with them. This includes having the obligation to successfully complete a task or the care and safekeeping of something entrusted to you. That's the key right there. To be in a position of authority over someone and to have a duty to make certain that particular things are done. Responsibility is about doing the things we are supposed to do and accepting the positive or negative outcomes of our actions. Listen. We are all, each and every one of us, we are all responsible for this planet, and we are all responsible for each other and for the plants and the animals and the insects and every living and non-living thing that exists. We have to remember that. We have to become conscious of that again, right? I like the Native Americans and a lot of indigenous tribes. They always remind us that all of this is one. All of this is one. The breath permeates all things, right? Again, omniscient, everywhere at all times, right? Everywhere at all times. And I keep getting words mixed up. Omniscient, it may not be. Omnipresent is everywhere at all times. Omniscient is all knowing. Knowing, yeah. Omnipresent. My bad. All, everywhere at all times. God, spirit, source energy is in all things at all times. I spoke about the conversation between the squirrel and the mountain, and how the squirrel was like, yo, mountain, you can't move around like me. You can't jump and hang and do things like me. You can't crack a nut. And the mountain said, yeah, I can't do that, but you can't be still and carry a forest on your back. Perspective. Divinity is in all things. That which moves fast and cracks nuts, and that which stands still and carries a freaking mountain, a freaking forest on its back, right? And 1,000 living things on its back. What's the difference? Perspective, right? I like the question I often ask people: what's the difference between a square and a circle? People say, oh, the corners, the angles, the square, circle is round, and it's like all of that is true. But the only difference really is perspective, because they're both 360 degrees. Square has 4 90-degree angles, 360. The circle is just circular, 360. Both 380 degrees. 300, 360? 360, not 380. It's 180, 360, 360 degrees. Right? Yeah, I told you guys I'm fucked up this morning, man. But we're gonna get through this shit. But that's the word of the day. Responsibility. We each have a responsibility for this planet, for each other, for the animals, for the plants. If we don't like the way something is going, we must do something about it. Understanding that we do have control, right? Being self-reliant. We do not have to think like everybody else thinks. We do not have to go with shit just because it's happening. We can do things in a different way. Understanding that may lead to some shit that ain't comfortable. But like, what's more uncomfortable? Just going with shit being fucked up, and you feeling like you ain't doing enough, and you not being responsible for your own self and your own mind and your own thoughts, right? And not taking responsibility for how things are happening around you. Or like doing some shit, taking responsibility, taking accountability, upholding your obligation as a human, right? And like maybe being persecuted. What's more uncomfortable? That's on you to decide. All right, but let's move right along to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment is absolutely brutal. Genocide continues in Sudan. Genocide continues in Sudan. Atrocity after atrocity after atrocity. This shit is fucked up. Let's read this article in The Guardian and talk about it, family. Let's read this article in The Guardian and talk about it. Mass killings reported in Sudanese city seized by paramilitary group. This is yesterday. Man, what the fucking shit. Tuesday, October 28th. Rapid Support Forces, RSF, accused of killing more than 2,000 unarmed civilians in El Fasher in recent days. Said in 2 days, 3 days, 2,000 people were killed. Reports of ethnically motivated mass killings and other atrocities are emerging from El Fasher after the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces took control of the city in Sudan's western Darfur region over the weekend. Video released by local activists showed a fighter known for executing civilians in RSF-controlled areas shooting a group of unarmed civilians sitting on the ground at point-blank range. There was a video of that shit. This is why I say we got to do more. We got to put ourselves in those who are built for this shit. We got to put ourselves in position. We got to connect, right? Like Javon, Prophet of Love, right? Like another brother, another sister over there. We got to fucking connect, because like this shit is insane. And we got to do more. Different footage shared by pro-democracy activists purportedly showed dozens of people lying dead on the ground alongside burnt-out vehicles. The footage has not been verified. In a statement on Tuesday, the joint forces, who are allied with Sudan's army, accused the RSF of having executed more than 2,000 unarmed civilians in recent days. Yale University's Humanitarian Research Lab, which has been monitoring the war in Sudan, using open source intelligence and satellite imagery, said it had found evidence consistent with mass killings by the RSF. On Tuesday, the Yale lab said the city appears to be in a systematic and intentional process of ethnic cleansing of Fur, Zagawa, and Berti indigenous non-Arab communities through forced displacement and summary execution. This included what appeared to be door-to-door clearance operations in the city, it said. Nathaniel Raymond, executive director of the Yale lab, said satellite evidence showed bodies on the ground and discoloration on the ground that is red. He compared the level of violence in the town to the first 24 hours of the Rwandan genocide. We are only at the beginning of a wave of violence, he said. I have never seen a level of violence against an area like we are seeing now. This is only comparable with the Rwandan-style killing in the first 24 hours. The RSF said on Sunday it had seized control of the Army's main base in the city and released a statement saying it had extended control over the city of El Fasher from the grip of mercenaries and militias. The Sudanese Army chief, Gen Abdel Fattah el-Burhan, said on Monday that his forces had withdrawn from El Fasher to a safer location, acknowledging the loss of the city. The RSF has engaged in a bloody civil war with the army since April 2023, after a power struggle between the two sides. More than 150,000 people have been killed and more than 14 million displaced due to the fighting. Fears have been mounting in recent weeks for the safety of tens of thousands of civilians trapped in the city by an 18-month RSF siege. The UN rights chief, Volker Turk, said on Monday there was a growing risk of ethnically motivated violations and atrocities. The shit happened. Fucking do something. Yo, these people ain't shit. Like, to be in positions to do something and to not. His office said it was receiving multiple alarming reports that the rapid support forces are carrying out atrocities, including summary executions. The UN Human Rights Office said there were reports of summary execution of civilians trying to flee with indications of ethnic motivation for killings, as well as video showing dozens of unarmed men being shot or lying dead, surrounded by RSF fighters who accused them of being Sudanese army fighters. News agencies have been unable to contact civilians in the city, where the Sudanese journalist syndicate says communications, including satellite networks, have been cut off by a media blackout. Shayna Lewis, a Sudan specialist at preventing and ending mass atrocities, one of the groups closely in touch with Darfur Civilian Society, accused the RSF of massacring civilians. She said residents of El Fasher who previously left the city are finding out about the death of their loved ones through footage of executions that are widely circulating on social media. There are grave fears of a repeat of the RSF massacres that took place in West Darfur's capital, Janina, after it captured the city in 2023, when up to 15,000 civilians, mostly from non-Arab groups, were killed. According to the UN, more than 1 million people have fled El Fasher since the start of the war, and about 260,000 civilians, half of them children, remain trapped without aid. Many have resorted to eating animal fodder. The UN's migration agency said more than 26,000 people have fled the fighting in El Fasher since Sunday, either seeking safety in the outskirts of the city or heading to Tawila, 45 miles to the west. In Tawila, teams from Médecins Sans Frontières said they were facing a massive influx of wounded coming from El Fasher to the town's hospital since Sunday evening. 130 have been hospitalized, including 15 in critical condition. This shit, I can't even read no more of this shit, man. Shadow NYC. See, Carla, what's going on? I can't even read no more of this shit. This shit is fucked up. Like, we as humans have to figure out how to do more. And I fully believe that our doing more is rooted in our unity. And I understand this is how they get us, because everybody's dealing with some shit. Everybody's dealing with some shit. People are about to lose their fucking food stamps, right? Fight over fucking Medicare, Medicaid, right? Like, 13-year-olds are being fucking shot in the head and killed here in Queens. throughout the city, right? So like, they gotta stretch so fucking thin, y'all. They gotta stretch so fucking thin. But I promise our power, our strength is first in our prayer and our meditation, right? We must pray, we must meditate, we must remember that although there are tons and tons and tons of atrocities and thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people being killed globally, having basic resources and human needs restricted from them. We must remember that even though all of that shit is happening, we still have fucking life. Those of us who are living, we still have life. We still have an opportunity to live and to do more and to contribute to society, to contribute to humanity. What the fuck do you want to be remembered for? Do you want to be remembered simply as someone who lived their life and took care of your family? Yes, take care of your family. Yes, 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 yes. But take care of your neighbors as well. You can do more. Each of us can do more, whether that's opening up your home, whether that's giving you some fucking money. Like, there are people with 5 or 6 fucking cars. You don't need 5 or 6 fucking cars. You don't need to fucking vacation. Like, yes, vacation, travel, yes, but like, goddamn, do more. Sacrifice your own. Like, when you are in a good space, and this is why it's important to be in a good space mentally and emotionally, not just economically, not just financially, because you could be in a good space financially, be fucked up emotionally and mentally, and that's when you got to do certain things economically to make you feel good. But when you are focused on being in a good space emotionally, being in a good space mentally, really being good within yourself, then you can sacrifice the fucking material shit. You can sacrifice the cars and the fucking vacations and the clothing. You can sacrifice all of that shit to help somebody else. Come on, this shit is fucked up. Man, our world needs us. Our whole world needs us. And yes, we need our world. We individually, like, I know I need help. I know I need support. But I also know that what I'm experiencing, like, and not even to compare, but to put into perspective, what I'm experiencing pales in comparison to what these brothers and sisters are experiencing in Sudan. It pales in comparison. It's not as bad, right? A proper assessment is not as bad. Situation I'm dealing with, it's not as bad. So you know what, I can get my mind in a better position, right? And even though it's fucking tough, and even though it's hard, and even though I fucking laid in bed last night, didn't do shit, laid in the bed this morning till I had to get up for the show, didn't do shit, right? Like, I can, like, something, write about it, talk about it, right? Like, send money, right? Fucking massive fucking hurricane, right? Hitting Jamaica. Like, it's so much shit. So much shit. Yo, this shit is like overwhelming. I get it. But like, that's why together, our power lies in our togetherness. Our power lies in our unity. Our strength lies in our ability to come together, to lean on each other at all times, especially during these dark, heavy times. Right, let's move right along, though, family, to our third segment of the day. Sefusa, take your legacy serious. We must just focus on us. Come to Cali. Damn, what about the triangle and the square? Black love is black power. Grand Rising. Annette, peace and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Desiree Pearson, black love is black power. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Ket Kabas, we must just focus on us. I do not know what that means, to just focus on us. We are humans and we are on this planet, right? So we got to focus on the whole planet and the whole humanity. All right. Yes, of course, starting with self, starting with you, and like going out. All right. But anyway, let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, our tip of the day. Today's tip is to remember the serenity prayer. Something I learned as a teen, getting in trouble, having to go to a program, and then my older sister being in some trouble, and she learned this shit through my own and through my sister's struggles. Remember this prayer, family. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Very, 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 very simple prayer. Very simple wisdom. 3 lines, right? But I think it is extremely powerful. It gave me some courage this morning. It gave me some grace this morning. Let's read it one more time. Remember this prayer and keep this prayer in your heart. Keep it at the front of your mind. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, because there are some things you cannot change. The courage to change the things I can, the things that you can change, the It takes courage to change and the wisdom to know the difference, the insight to know what can I change, what can I not change, what things can I change. I cannot change how other people respond. Me personally, right? Situation I'm dealing with, I cannot change how that other person responds or communicates or what they say to the parties involved. Is nothing I can do about that. I cannot change that. I have to accept those things that I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can. I can, in communication with the parties involved, shift. I can have the courage to express myself, to communicate, and to work to shift the perspective and the dynamic, right? Courage to change the things I can. All I can change is my response. All I can change is how I engage in a situation. And that's all any of us can change. We cannot ever change, right, what another person does, no matter how much we try. Sometimes, ultimately, through communication, through dialogue, through you having the courage to change the things you can lead to someone else making a change, making a shift, making an adjustment, how they do things. Like, I like to believe wholeheartedly that if me and my crew, right, some of us, me, my fiance, my brother Sefu, brother Ed, brother Javon, like if we are in a position to fly to Sudan and to fortunate to meet with whoever the leaders are of this RSF Rapid Support Forces, I believe that we can talk some perspective into them. We can talk some we can say some words, right? Because it's about sharing humanity. It's not about trying to force. You can't be. Sometimes it comes to that, like, yo, y'all can't be fucking doing this shit. What the fuck are you doing? But that's not gonna get us anywhere. So we ask, what is the problem? Right? Restorative. What is happening? What has happened? How can we create a different outcome? People are dying. People are losing their lives. Right? And like, this shit is so emotional because like I really, really, really care about us. I really, really care about us. Really and truly care about us as a human family. Right? Like here in Queens, New York, to Chicago, right? To DC, right? To fucking El Salvador, right? To Mexico, right? To freaking Asia, right? To fucking Sudan, to Congo, right? To Gaza. I care about us as a human family. We do not understand how our individuality is destroying us. But that is the serenity prayer. Like recite things that empower you, read words and listen to audio that empowers you, that gives you courage and right perspective, because in every instance it is your perspective. It is how you are seeing a thing that makes a thing appear in a specific way. You can always change your perspective. You can always change your perspective. Let's move right along to our fourth and final segment, family. Before we get out of here, our build of the day. Today's build is simply on remembering to appreciate how far you've come. One step forward is still one step forward. Small progress is still progress. Can you be both unsatisfied with where you are and simultaneously grateful that you aren't where you used to be? Can you be both? Can you be unsatisfied with where you are and simultaneously grateful that you are not where you used to be? That's the space I'm in right now. I'm fucking mad at myself for allowing certain things to unfold. And I'm fucking mad at myself for how I'm handling certain things within myself. But I'm so fucking proud of myself for not responding immediately with that anger. And I'm proud of myself for not communicating with that anger. And I'm fucking proud of myself for no longer throwing and breaking my phone. I used to break my phone when I was a teenager, and shit, what happened? I threw my Nextel against the fucking wall of my building, broke my phone. I threw my fucking two-way in the street, broke my phone. I broke like 3 or 4 phones in my life, right? Like, I've broken phones. I've thrown phones, and bro, I don't throw phones no more. If I throw my phone, I'm throwing it across the bed. I'm throwing it on the bed, right? Like, I'm not smashing my phone, right? Like, I'm not going out to fucking fight nobody, right? Like, I'm proud of myself. I'm not, I have, again, like, yeah, cheated with food, right? But I haven't smoked weed. I haven't gone back to drinking alcohol. I haven't picked up no mushrooms, right? So I'm proud of myself for that shit. For that progress, I'm proud. So can you be both? Can you be unsatisfied with where you are? I'm unsatisfied with where I'm at, because like I'll pray for the discipline to going through this shit, not even have fucking cereal with cookies in it, right? Like comfort. I don't know. Work out. Sleep, read, write, paint, do other things, right? Go for a walk knowing that, like, I'm going outside. I don't got this crazy energy where I want to say something to somebody, get into some shit, right? So I'm proud of myself, right? Again, for having the awareness to know when I need to stay my ass in the house and not go outside and be around people. So although I'm not where I would like to be ideally, I'm fucking nowhere near where I used to be. I'm so far removed from where I used to be. I recognize it because it's me. I have real memories, right? Real emotions attached to those memories of where I used to be and things I used to do, ways I used to respond. But I don't do that shit no more. So I'm fucking proud of myself. So yeah, you can be both unsatisfied with where you are and simultaneously grateful that you are where you used to be. All right. And with that, guys, that is our show. That is our show. That is our show. That is our show. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whew, thank you so much for tuning in, man. That was heavy, tough show. It be like that sometime. Yo, listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please do join us tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. right here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. This is SRDaily, where personality meets enlightenment. My personality is not just always laughing and fun. It is sometimes fucking cussing and really fully expressing the magnitude of what I feel. And so I love you guys. Let's push forward. Let's press forward. Yeah, man. Have a great day. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. Get up. You can get up. Get up. Get up. The power is in you. The power of God, the power of divine source energy, the power of greatness, the power of all of your ancestors is inside of you. So get up and do something. I love you guys. Have a great day. Peace.